So how the hora का sequence ना जो है sun, Venus, Mercury, Moon, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars वो कैसे workout किया उसका formula I'm telling you. The three Marak, the bad planets, so to say, the Sun, Saturn, and Mars. ये तीनों का उच्च स्थान जो है exalted position is marked first. So Sun is exalted in Rashi number 1. So bottom right पे you will see Sun rated over there. Saturn is exalted in 7th Rashi. So 7th Rashi पे bottom right पे you will see that. And Mars is exalted in the 10th Rashi. So 10th Rashi के bottom right पे you will see Mars written over there. Correct? So बाकी के बचे कौन? Venus, Moon, Mercury, and Jupiter. Correct? 4 बचे. So there, wherever their Rashi comes first, वहाँ पकड़ लिया जाता है. For example, Venus comes in 2 and 7. So 2 comes first, so उधर Venus को पकड़ लिया. Mercury comes in 3 and 6, तो 3 पहले आ गया ना, तो 3 में Mercury डाल दिया. Moon 4 में आता है तो 4 आ गया. Jupiter comes in 9 and 12, तो 9 पहले आ गया तो 9 पकड़ लिया. So now if you read the sequence, Sun, Venus, Mercury, Moon, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars. So now even if you don't see it, you'll remember it. Because what you have to see is, you have to see Sun, Saturn, Saturn, Sun. वो तो दिखता है. And Mars इधर दिखता है. So even if I'm not looking at the chart, I'm just thinking which is the Marak Sthan. Which is the Hora sequence. So that comes, I'm not looking at the chart, but I'm telling you, because Sun comes in front of me exalted, उसके बाद में Venus आ जाता है, उसको पहले राशि, उसके बाद में Mercury आता है, उसके बाद Moon आता है, उसके बाद में नीचे आके Saturn आ जाता है उसके opposite, इधर जाके Jupiter आ जाता है, उसके बाद में Mars. So that is the sequence. But what I've done is I have written it over here, like I've given you the chart. तो जैसे मैं calculate करता हूँ वैसे करता हूँ. I don't tax my brain in that.
Okay.
What I think we will do now, because that nakshatra is there. Okay, I'll talk about nakshatra for 2 minutes. So elements and directions, you all have understood what I've given there. The movable, dual, and also the fire and all that. So earth, fire, water and air, how they are distributed over there. The main thing now, okay, nakshatra ka I'll talk. See, basically, whenever a planet is placed, it is placed in a house. It is placed under a Rashi, and it is placed in a nakshatra, in a star. So what is nakshatra? Nakshatra ka lord रहता है. Nakshatra is a constellation. वो constellation का lord रहता है. So it is like saying, ये सब लोग है, you know, ये सब लोग है, इनका boss ये है. Okay, ये जाके बैठा ये घर में, okay, ये घर में. और ये जाके बैठा ये सोफा पे. Okay, so let's talk about one only. This is the boss. This is the thing. ये आके ये घर में बैठा है. ये घर के ये सोफा में बैठा है. और उसका मेन बाप कौन है? ये. So the nakshatra lord has most influence on him. Then वो आके घर में बैठा है. So घर has the second thing. because वो सोफा लेके मैदान में भी बैठ सकता था. So the Rashi lord has the second weightage. And the house has the third weightage. So if you want to see the parameters, which has got the most here. So that's why nakshatra also is very important. So here what I have put, all the nakshatra and the nakshatra lords I have put over there. So basically, if let's say we are looking at second year. Okay. Now if you see अपना जो अभी का जो ये था starting point. Abhi, which we are in Sun, Moon, Mars. Okay, so we started off under the influence of Sun because we are in that 745 to 840. अच्छा, अभी आगे निकल गया.
अभी 9 बज गया.
हाँ, 745 to 845 के slot में पहले वो कृतिका नक्षत्र आ गया, where we were under the Sun का thing. Then we were under Moon का नक्षत्र. Then we were under Mars का नक्षत्र. Then it will flow on to the next one. Now we have gone to the third Rashi. So that's a dual Rashi. There's an option. You want to come in or you want to go. That's a dual Rashi. उधर Mars आ गया पहले. उसके पीछे आरुद्र यानी राहु का आ गया. फिर Jupiter आ गया. So don't get bogged down by that. What I'm trying to tell you is Abhi just trying to understand what the entire ये जो exercise of putting all this together was what. If you realize in the last week every day I was sending on one table, two table, like that, and you know, general reaction था अभी ये भी memorize करो, क्या करूँ मैं, you almost be cursing me कि साले एक table अभी by heart हो गया तो और दूसरा भेज रहा है. So what I did was, rather than sending you all in spurts, I put all of them together only. Now what happens is, when you are looking at a specific house or a planet in a specific house, just zoom in onto that square and उसके अंदर जो भी आता है, that will tell you everything. Okay. And coming back to point number 1, that event activator, which I have just named because there is no name for it, that of and by native is an important thing. So basically, if native है, 6th house is his illness. Okay. So illness का तोड़ कौन करेगा? So the opposite person. So you can see 7th house from the 6th house. See, now this is not given in any book. In the book now, even I have written such a thick that 500 pages का ready rectangle सब लिखा है. I'll show you someday. इधर ही है. ये पूरा ready rectangle है मेरा इतना. So all like what I was telling you. This has become a thesis only. I can do a PhD in it. Ami is going to give me PhD from NM college. Ami हंस भी नहीं रहे, हाँ भी नहीं बोले, ना भी नहीं बोले.
I hope it is starting.
What is starting?
PhD. NM में.
Okay. मेरे को पहला दे दे.
हाँ.
So anyway, so basically, where was I? What was I saying? मेरा लिंक ही टूट गया. क्या बोला था मैं?
Event activator.
हाँ, event activator. So event activator जो है ना, that is that ये किधर भी मेरे को नहीं मिला था, उल्टा देखने का. So when we are talking about some event, so now what you do is, what I would like you to do is the things which I have posted earlier on also. Okay, where maybe I have not used it as an event activator. You take up any one case, whichever you like. I must have posted at least 15-20 of them on the group. Whichever you feel interesting, वो एक case पकड़ लो और उसका ये सब चीर-फाड़ कर दो. Okay, कि basically ये अगर है, suppose let us say it was a case of somebody's illness, तो ये illness में you will see the 6th house for that fellow. फिर ये illness का enhance कौन कर रहा है, negate कौन कर रहा है, ओके, इसका लॉस कहाँ से हो रहा है, ये कहाँ से हो रहा है, इसके बच्चों के ऊपर इसका क्या असर हो रहा है, इसके फादर के ऊपर इसका क्या असर हो रहा है, कुछ हो रहा है क्या, या जो बाधक स्थान है वो उसको क्या बाधा क्रिएट कर रहा है, या मारक स्थान है उसको क्या क्या मृत्यु तुल्य कष्ट दे रहा है, वो दैट इज योर डॉगी. ये भी आ गया. और वन मोर एंट्री.
He is hungry now, so he is asking me, get up.
You go if you want to go.
No, I'll finish this. Otherwise, I'll lose the link.
Anyway, 5-10 minutes में we'll wrap up. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is, this event activator thing, whatever it is a very important thing, because that is where it's going to open the horizon. It's going to open all the avenues up. So as a homework now, what you do is, any chart which you like, you take it up, you draw a blank chart. Okay. Or better still, you do one thing, you make a horary chart of some situation that you are facing just now. Because utna clarity koi nahi dega. You don't need to share it. You are facing some problem on the health issue, some relationship issue, some job issue, whatever, jo bhi hai. Or some relative, let's say your father is not well or something like that. So 9th house pakad lo. So that becomes father. Now father's illness becomes a 6th from the 9th. वो ध्यान में रखो. So if it is a father's illness, father 9th से 6th is the father's illness. अभी उसको पकड़ो. So that becomes 9th. बराबर? 9th से 6th becomes a second house. 1 to 9, 9th का 6 becomes second house. अभी second house का एपिसेंटर पकड़ो, उधर सब देखो. And वो क्या हो रहा है देखो. But second house will be only if it's a Kalpurush Kundi. Okay, this is very important. I told you about a Kalpurush Kundi. You have to keep rotating as per your this thing. Like for example, my ascendant is 6th number. So the 6th Rashi becomes my ascendant. So if I have to see my obstacle house, 8th house becomes my first Rashi becomes my obstacle house. 11th Rashi becomes my 6th house. वो समझ में आया क्या तुम्हें?
I don't know about Kalpurusha.
One minute. This was the main important thing. So you all will go on a total wrong track. 1 minute. Kalpurush Kundi is what? Okay, Shipra, what is your ascendant number? Tell me. Your first house is what? Which number?
My
don't know?
first house is the 8th Rashi.
8th Rashi. So this is your ascendant, correct?
Yes.
Just 1 minute. So this is your ascendant. Why is this not coming? Oh, sorry. Just 1 minute. Let's talk about Shipra's case. Shipra, this is your ascendant.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about your second house of income, your 11th house of gains.
इच्छा पूर्ति.
No, इच्छा पूर्ति नहीं कर रहा था मैं 2 and 12 देख रहा था मैं. बरोबर. 6th house of illness, 8th house of obstacles, and 11th house of gains. I mean, all of you just pay attention. Suppose this is the ascendant. The second house for you becomes this fellow. This becomes your second. That's why I keep writing over there. If you see in my this thing, I've written over there. Your 12th house becomes this guy. This is your 12th house. Your 6th house will be from your 7, 6. This becomes your 6th house. Your 8th house becomes this. And your 11th house becomes this. And if you want to write the rest of the things over there, this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the ones which you're looking, so this becomes your second house, this becomes your 12th house. Now, if let us say you want to see something related to your father. So since this is your ascendant, ये नहीं देखने का, you have to see the 9th house. So this becomes the house of your father. So इसको भी base पकड़ के सब आगे का करो. So father, suppose father का let us say father का profession का देखने का है, with 10th house. तो यहाँ से 10, हाँ यहाँ से 10 देखना है ना. So basically 11, 10. So this becomes your father's occupation related. Everything related to your father's occupation will be seen from this.
So this is Kalpurusha.
No. Kalpurush is this, what I've shown. First house, first Rashi is Kalpurush.
No, so one question. This you explain. So now on this chart you have written R1, R2, R3, R4. So that entire box has to be moved. So I move R1 to the 8th number in Shipra's case.
That becomes no, R1 नहीं change होगा. R1 ही रहेगा. ये जिंदगी में कभी हिलता नहीं. Rashi 1. Your ascendant changes. So your house number, see. Now I'll tell you for example. Now Rashmi है ना, Rashmi का Kalpurush कुंडली है. मैं उसका ascendant ही इधर है. So her 6th house is the 6th Rashi. Her 8th house is the 8th Rashi. Her 10th house is the 10th Rashi. But now, for example, we took Shipra's case. Shipra's ascendant starts here. So Shipra's 6th house will be this. Shipra's 8th house will be this. Rashi will be the same thing. Rashi will
Okay, so nothing is changing on this chart. Only thing the house and the house lot is what we have to check in that other list that you have sent.
Let us take a simple example. Father के profession का देखने का है. So suppose we are looking at Rashmi's case. Father का profession 12, 11, 10. This would have been the father's profession because father is 9th house. 9th say 10. So you can do it that way. Other 12th, 11th, 10th. Na? So ये father का problem. अभी same thing if you have to see from Shipra's case. Shipra's ascendant is here. So Shipra's father becomes what? 7th, 8th, 9th. This becomes Shipra's father.
Okay, okay. फिर 9th से फिर 10th. So you go to
9th से 10th. So 12th, 11th, 12th. So this
11th,
becomes
9th.
Shipra's dad's occupation. So ये देखो इसका इधर आ गया, इसका इधर आ गया. Now her dad's occupation will be ruled by first Rashi. This one's father's will be ruled by 6th Rashi. इसके अंदर जो भी planets बैठे ये राशि लॉर्ड है, that will all tell everything about this. Now let us just simplify it. Let's talk about Shipra's case. Shipra's case 8th, बराबर राशि 8 say 9. This is the father. This is the father's occupation.
रखना है क्या?
Correct? अभी let us say occupation में कुछ बाधाएं आ रही है, तो इसका बाधक स्थान कौन सा आता है? 7, 9, 11. So 11 to this becomes the badak sthan. 11 to this is which one? This one. So this becomes the badak sthan for Shipra's dad's occupation. Shipra's dad growth kahan se hoga? Second to the thing. So this house, everything related to this will tell what will help her father's business grow.
Oh.
This is the negating house to her father's business. So everything related in this planets कौन से बैठे हैं, कौन से उसका aspect कर रहे हैं, वो that will go. But that is all seen over here. Clear?
Yeah.
So now what you do is you all lay out your खुद का chart, ये करो, draw करो. Like for example, let me put my case. It's simpler for me. Mine is a 6th Rashi. Okay. Now let us say I want to talk everything related to my occupation. Let us say. So यहाँ से 10th पकड़ लो. So 12th, 11th, 10th. So this is the house related to my occupation. Or why we want occupation? Let's take astrology, because since I'm totally in astrology now. So 8th house will be the house of occult for me. बराबर? 8th कौन सा हो गया? 7th, 8th. This becomes my house of occult. So इसका गुरु कौन होगा? मेरा गुरु कहाँ मिलेगा मेरे को? गुरु is the 9th house. तो ये house से 9th, 7th, 8th, 9th, यहाँ जुपिटर का ही घर है. यहाँ मेरे को गुरु मिलना चाहिए. ये जो मेरा occult का मेरा मेहनत चल रहा है, उसको बेनिफिट कौन करेगा? ये करेगा. यहाँ पर फिलहाल ट्रांजिट में राहु बैठा है. So some unconventional thinking is going to help me benefit. Correct. Now in my natal thing, Rahu is seated here, and now in 1 or 2 days, this Rahu is going to come to this house. So Rahu दोनों बैठने वाले मेरे occult के घर में. Okay. So if I am not into occult and I am into some labadi, then this Rahu is going to totally destroy me. But because I am doing Rahu ka Uch ka work, which is occult, and Rahu is also quick thinking, Rahu is also discipline. I am doing everything related to that. This Rahu will help me. So plus के घर का planet उदय में आ रहा है या ascendant में आ रहा है, it will help. Now which are the things which are going to cause me a problem? All planets which are here will cause a problem. यहाँ क्या है? Venus है, Saturn है. Okay. Now Venus बोलो तो wife मेरा कुछ obstacle नहीं बनाती, but Venus is also money. Saturn is also occupation. So if I continue with my occupation, I have retired from architecture. If I press architecture too much, this is going to spur up and give me a problem. You understand how all this works? Now, if you see, ये मेरा घर है. Second to it is the plus वाला sign. यहाँ पर Mars बैठा है and केतु बैठा है. मेरी केतु की दशा चल रही है. केतु is what? Spirituality, going inwards, going away from materialistic things. Rahu is materialistic things. If I try to jump into materialistic things, this will destroy me. Ketu, spiritualism, again your astrology. All efforts related to astrology are going to give me the benefit. नहीं तो ये जो रोग केंद्र है, this will give me all illnesses related to Mars, my blood and Ketu, मुझे all damages हो गए. But because I've changed the कारक तो सड़ेल apple का मैंने पिका हुआ apple लिया उसका. So this is going to give me that result. Heavy, no? जरा ज्यादा बाउंसर गए लगते हैं सब.
Very interesting.
But this chart which I have sent you, no, I'm not. It may sound tom-tomming, but this is the entire secret of analysis. अगर ये सामने है ना, I don't think you can miss out on any point. पूरा protocol क्या है? So what we'll do is now this week you all just try experimenting on something. If you don't understand, call me. And next week what we'll do is now we will actually analyze a Jamapull case totally with all these inputs. Okay, any of the cases which you want, पहले वाला case है, नया case भी ले सकते हैं. You all can put up a case. We'll solve a case start to finish from all angles. बहुत लंबा हो चला class. Okay, all good. Anything?
Should we apply it to our natal chart, or we can apply it to the Jamapull chart also? Both.
Which what?
The
Come again?
Kalapurusha, the way Kalapurusha that we have now discussed from each
Guys,
house.
Kal Purush is what? It is just इसको भिंगरी समझ लो. You know, like a spokes of a wheel, of a cycle wheel का समझ लो. Yeah. तो ये जो है ना, इसके संबंध में ये इधर है. ये मैं अगर इधर रोटेट करूँ तो वो उसके साथ ही जाएगा ना.
So this we can apply to all kind of charts.
This is the base of it. I have told you ABCD. अभी ABCD का bat and ball और ये कैसे बनाने का, that is turning it around. So when you have to see your thing, you move the entire thing to 8. When I have to move everything, I have to see everything from. That's why now you go and see my Jamapull chart. Wherever Udayam is written now, it might not be in the first Rashi. किधर भी रहेगा वो. And there you will see. If something पटकर मिलता है तो देखते हैं. Just give me 1 minute.
I think what she is asking is कि ये हम D1 चार्ट पे भी करेंगे कि सिर्फ Jamapull पे, कि सभी पे ये रूल्स अप्लाई हो सकते हैं?
कहाँ पर कर सकते? कहाँ पर? अभी you have to go क्या? To feed it out कि 5 मिनट चलेगा?
नहीं चलेगा.
चलिए.
I'm just showing you something here. See now, for example, can you see this chart here? Okay. Abhi Shitra, we did everything Kalpurush from here. Now ये जो ascendant है वो इधर गया. Udayam is like ascendant. तो ये यहाँ गया. That is where you see these things which I have gone on putting it there. I do all this mehnat for that only. इसके रिलेशन में ये सेकंड हो गया ना. इसके रिलेशन में ये थर्ड हो गया. कालपुरुष के हिसाब से देखो तो 1 2 3 4 हो गया ये. But pertaining to this case, it is here. So like let us say your thing अभी तुम्हारा कितना 8 था ना, तो 8 वाला कोई मिलता है क्या देखते हैं अभी. ये देख 8 वाला मिला. Now suppose this is your chart. Okay, Shipra. So yours is a 8th Rashi na, starting ascendant. If this is the ascendant, this guy becomes a second, this guy becomes third, this guy becomes fourth, this guy becomes. मेरा mouse दिख रहा है क्या? Can you see the mouse move?
Yes.
So जो ये कालपुरुष में ये 1 था, this has become the 6th house, but the Rashi will remain same. Rashi will not change. So मेरा जो है ना, मेरा इधर starting is 6th house. Okay. So for you, the first Rashi is in the 6th house. For me, it is in the 8th house. So तुम्हारा जो 6th house है, वो मेरा 8th house हो गया. Like that. थोड़ा heavy था आज का session, but I think it was important.
I just have one basic question. Where can I get this kind of chart for me to know my?
You give me your birth details, I'll give you the entire data. But
Okay.
better than what?
But there is no. Even if I have to see some other chart, I'll have to go to some app or something, or there is.
Online ना नेट पे एस्ट्रो सेज करके गए, वो फ्री है.
Astro Sage. Okay.
अदरवाइज मोबाइल पे बहुत सारे एप्स है. कुंडली करके ऐप है. कुंडली
Hindu calendar.
Divya Chakshu ka bhi
Hindu
Okay.
calendar is very simple and easy to use on the phone.
So you just
Yes.
put your birth
Snake
detail and it
swastika.
gives you
Yeah.
this chart.
Yeah. So it has one swastika as the orange. I don't think it will. Orange swastika as its icon.
Okay.
Hindu calendar.
Okay.
You know,
In
many
that
of them.
everything is
So-
there. Hora, Kundli, Panchang, Tithi.
So
But
उसको
this we have two, no? This will be called, they have that option of the North Indian and this one.
this is South Indian what we do.
So this Hindu calendar will give the South Indian also, right?
Every software gives South, East Indian, West Indian.
This
sub
gives
everything.
both. This Hindu calendar is giving North and South both charts.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, if you want to know what you do, because ये बाकी लोगों का पूरा कुंडली मेरे पास है. You give me your birth details, I'll make that entire thing and give you in a concise form. So you'll be able to analyze it better. नहीं तो वो इधर उधर आ जाएगा.
Okay,
Otherwise-
I'll just send you after this. Yeah.
हाँ, the date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth. 3 things. Okay.
Okay.
Just pause the recording.